You know the vocabulary, but when it's time to actually ask a question in English, the words often tumble out in the wrong order. Over the next 6 minutes, we are going to fix that. I will walk you through a structural formula that lets you build 9 perfect English questions from scratch. To do this right, you need to follow along. Grab a physical pen and a piece of paper right now. Look at your paper and number it from 1 to 9 down the left margin. Getting this framework down on paper is the mandatory first step to turning linguistic confusion into structural precision. Step 1 is gathering our materials. We are going to isolate the 9 essential WH target words. This grid shows our first 4 targets. Write these down next to your numbers. What, where, when, and who. What asks for a thing or an idea. Where asks for a place. When isolates a time. And who identifies a person. For number 5, write whom. This targets the specific person who receives an action. But here's a practical shortcut. In everyday spoken English, most native speakers skip it entirely and just use who instead. Now fill in numbers 6 through 9 with our remaining targets. Whose, which, why, and how. Use whose to establish ownership. Use which when you are selecting from limited choices. Why digs for a reason, and how asks about the method or manner of an action. Knowing the exact tool to select from this list dictates the exact kind of information your question will extract from a conversation. Now that we have our materials, we need to build the architectural framework that holds them together. Across the top of your page, draw 5 empty boxes in a horizontal row. This diagram displays the master formula for an English question. The sequence is strict. WH word, helping verb, subject, main verb, and finally the object, ending with a question mark. Let's test it. If we drop our words into the slots, we get where, the helping verb do, the subject you, and the main verb work. Cautionary. The most frequent structural mistake learners make is accidentally placing the subject before the helping verb, saying where you do work or where you work. To build a valid question, the helping verb must strictly precede the subject. Locking the helping verb directly in front of the subject is the mechanical trigger that guarantees your sentence functions as a question rather than a broken statement. There is one highly flexible tool left in our kit: modifying the word how. This split-screen graphic shows the rule. We pair how with many to count distinct, countable objects, like books. We pair it with much to measure uncountable things, like water, or to ask for a price. To measure duration, we attach long to ask how long. We apply the same logic to physical and biological measurements. We use how far for distance, how old for age, how tall for height, and how fast for speed. And if you need to know the frequency of an event, like going to the gym, you simply ask how often. The word how acts as a modular tool. By snapping on the correct modifier, you can measure any specific aspect of reality. Now it is time to put your blueprint to work. Your homework is to write 1 complete sentence for all 9 WH words on your numbered paper. Here are 3 completed examples to set your baseline. What do you want? Which book do you like? And why are you crying? Pause the video right now. Use your master formula blueprint at the top of the page and write the remaining 6 sentences. Welcome back. By following the formula, you just successfully engineered 9 flawless English questions entirely on your own. For your final practice task, I have 3 questions for you. What is your name? Where do you live? How do you go to work? Answer those using complete English sentences in the comments below. You now possess a permanent, reusable framework to confidently ask for anything you need in the English language.